Hey everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome to Interior Design U. Today I would love to walk you through a course overview of our classes, give you a little background information about myself and maybe some of our team, and most of all, I just want to share with you how our course is specifically designed to help you start your dream career today. So let's get started. So first of all, why learn with us? My name again is Rebecca. I have more than 25 years in interior design. It's all I've done my entire career is design. Live it, love it. It's my passion. My career has spanned really all aspects of interior design. So I spent time working, in engineering and structures and in architectural firms and landscape design firms. So I've really been blessed that my career has been super varied and diverse. And I've been able to work on a ton of amazing projects. I can share a couple of those with you real fast. Some of the public spaces I've worked on would be Oriole Park at Camden Yards, the Baltimore Aquarium, the Baltimore Power Plant Live, Port Discovery, the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in the Inner Harbor. Some retail projects would be Whole Foods, Old Navy, Bed Bath & Beyond. Restaurants and food service would be Chipotle, Kirkmeyer Chocolates, and then some of the residential clients I've worked with, you can't really share their names, confidentiality agreements and such, but some of them were included. Let's say the owner of a major East Coast seafood company, NFL players and Major League Baseball players, and one of the most decorated U.S. Olympians of all time. So that's a little bit about me. That's kind of what my career in interior design has looked like. I've also been an interior design instructor and the interior design department head at a college here where I live now. When I was at the college, a few things happened there for me that kind of gave me this light bulb moment, like what led me actually to where I am today, talking to you. So when I was the department head, we began an online program there for interior design, and I had the opportunity to write the curriculum for the entire program. So I've actually helped hundreds of students learn interior design online and created those programs. So I know, first of all, how to teach online and how to help design students be successful learning online, because it is a little different than in the classroom. But I just want you to know I have a ton of experience with that already, so we're not testing it out on you by any means. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. This is a couple of the projects that I worked on. That's Clipper Mill, Port Discovery, Power Plant Live, and a residential client there. Clipper Mill was a super fun project. I like that one a lot. So if you're watching this webinar, odds are that you are pulled towards interior design, but how do you know if you love it, if it's something you should have a career in? How do you know if you can make money at it, right? Everybody wants to make money in design. It's not hard. I'm going to teach you how, but a couple of things that you can kind of like think about yourself. We put together just like a rough group of questions. So this is how we always qualify students. So if you answer yes to any of these questions, you love design and this course is built for you. So do you spend your weeknights watching HGTV thinking about how you would redesign the space? Changes that you would make to what the designer did? Do you scroll through Pinterest instead of Facebook? Extra credit if you are doing that when you should be sleeping. Do you spend your weekends trying DIY projects that you saved or searching stores like Home Goods for the perfect throw pillows? If you answer yes to these questions, design is a good career choice for you. Do you want to love your career, be creative, and proud of completed projects? I can tell you, I know that there are careers that are really rewarding, but a lot of people don't immediately associate interior design with one of them. But I can't tell you how rewarding it is to see your clients love your projects and change the landscape of your city. Do you want to work, or do you want the freedom to work from anywhere for anyone? That's one of the great things about design. I've moved halfway across the country and I still work with clients from my hometown, because design is universal. It doesn't matter where you're located. As long as you have good communication skills, you can work from anywhere for anyone. And do you want to learn how to earn $5,000 per month? I know everyone wants to learn how to earn $5,000 per month, and we will give you the skills and show you how to do that. So, this is my big question to you in terms of interior design, is are you a problem solver? Design is problem solving 101. Every space you go into has an issue and needs a solution. At the core of everything is problem solving. So if you can think on your feet, if you are really good at Tetris, but just those problem solving skills. Sometimes it's, how to mediate between a combined household that has different tastes. And other times it's honestly just putting the correct shapes in the correct places in the room. But problem solving is a huge part of what we do as designers. So why become a designer? Well, again, you have the ability to work from anywhere for anyone. For me, though, my why really has to do with my community. So one of my first projects that I worked on here after I got my degree was the Hippodrome Theater. And I was, blessed right out of school to have even a small part in this project. But what I learned through this project was that design is not a frivolous career. This theater was located in a part of town that was really neglected and forgotten. And by the renovation of this theater, the whole neighborhood came back to life. So people began living here again. There were new jobs, there were new restaurants, there were new offices. And it just sparked a change in the entire atmosphere of this part of the city. And that's one of the reasons I have here. Design changes everything. Before, you didn't even want to drive through here, and now there's parks and wonderful things to do. And that's when I really learned how I could affect change in the lives of others through design. So, what if you could change your life by changing the environments of others? And that's exactly what I learned, on a grand scale with the Hippodrome Theater. But this is what we can do all day, every day, for every person that hires us. So whether it's a living room renovation, a patio design, it can be anything. But you can change the life and change how happy or relaxed a person or comfortable a person feels in a space through changing their environment. It's one of my favorite things about design. Love it. So, things about our course. Our course is designed specifically for you. So, if you watch very famous people on HGTV and think, I want to do that, I want to be that, this course will help you do that. Have a career like they have. One of the most famous people on HGTV right now does not have a design degree, and she never let that hold her back. So what we've done is we have designed this so that if you want to be a residential designer and work with clients, take on your own clients, work in showrooms, things like that, this course is designed to help you meet that goal. So what we learned, obviously through my years at the college, there are all types of ways to get interior design degrees, right? You can go right to work for a designer and learn on the job shadowing, which used to be really common. It's not as common anymore. You can get a 4-year degree, you can get your master's degree, you can get a master's degree in just lighting. There's all levels of design education. But we just found a lot of people were spending tens of thousands of dollars, you guys, so much money, to become residential designers like you would see on HGTV. That we just wanted to create a better way for you. Typically, if you were to enroll in a 4-year college, You would spend those first 2 years, right, doing all your basics. Got to get all those math and English credits out of the way first, right? Then you would have to be accepted into the design program after those 2 years. You would spend your junior year taking the meat courses of interior design. That's when you actually learn interior design. And you would spend your senior year in what we call design studios. So basically, you're just doing mock-up projects that entire last year. So you would have a 4-year time investment, and you would basically spend 1 year of that time learning the actual skills you needed for interior design. So what we did with this class was we stripped away all of the frivolous, unnecessary, electives and courses that don't relate to interior design, and we focused on everything you would learn in that one primary year of design courses, and we're going to deliver it right to your inbox. So I always say it's all the skills you need. So it's exactly, we have pared it, focused down right on those skills that you have to be successful in interior design. So how we did that is we created 6 modules that are delivered to your inbox weekly. You can work at your own pace. You don't have to complete them in the 6 weeks. Like 6 weeks, I'm just going to be honest, you are an overachiever. I love you already. But if it takes you longer, that's okay. It could take you 6 months. But you're going to get them delivered weekly, so you have them. And then we also have, after you complete the 6 modules, we have additional classes available. I never want you to feel limited by those 6. If there's something else you want to learn, we have it for you. So we'll take a quick look at what those 6 classes are and how we selected them for you. So the first thing you're going to learn is what we call the fundamentals of interior design. That's going to be your principles and elements. All of the things that make interior design work. Sorry about that. We're going to study design through the ages, and that's where you'll learn the history of spaces. So you don't have to be able to tell a Chippendale from a Sheridan piece. Again, extra credit if you can. But in the beginning, but you have to be able to tell a neoclassical piece from an Art Nouveau space, because the architecture of a space is going to dictate the type of items that we're sensitive to when we put the space back together. You want to be able to walk into a space and know that it's Art Deco, or know that it's Hollywood Regency, or it's Baroque or Rococo, all of those things. So we will teach you the design through the ages. One of the most important skills you can learn as a designer is lighting design. So we will teach you how to properly scale and select lighting fixtures based on lighting requirements. So you will learn how to calculate wattage and square footage and volume and all those things, so that you know when you are selecting light fixtures, they are going to work in a space. The next class is called Material Selection and Specification. So in this class, we go over exactly what it sounds like. How we pick the materials, and then how we tell the contractors and installers what they are and where they go. Space planning is one of the most important skills you can have, honestly. Our space planning class kind of touches on drafting, and then obviously like the environmental factors and the personal factors that go into space planning, so we touch all of those there. And then sketching. So sketching, we're going to learn how to visually communicate with our clients in a easy to learn way. You don't have to be a fine artist to be an interior designer, but there are certain skills that are necessary that we will teach you utilizing all different types of software. We will find something that works for you. So our class value of our 6 modules that you need to make money fast as an interior designer is a value of $11,000. While it is worth $11,000, I am not going to charge you $11,000. Again, one of the reasons I created the course was to help people not go into ridiculous debt to become an interior designer, a residential interior designer. I do have one thing. If you want to design hospitals, major spaces like that, please pursue your bachelor's degree and get NCIDQ certified. That is what's going to serve you the best. But if you want to be a residential interior designer, we've got you covered here. So the first bonus that I want to give to you today is what we call an additional class. So it's an additional module. You get to choose, after completing your 6 core classes, one additional class that you want to take as well. So maybe you want to focus in on, a kitchen or bathroom design. So we have those specific areas, extra classes. We have those for you, and you'll get to choose one of those. That's a value of $2,500. Our bonus number 2 is our online membership. This is probably my favorite bonus. I know it doesn't have the most high monetary value. Again, we want to make design accessible and we want to support you. But we do want to give you 3 months free to our online membership site. This is where we share trends, we upload photos, we get feedback from peers and instructors. You can ask questions, we help you locate sources. You can network and build a community of designers here. The value of the 3-month membership is $147. Again, I want to give that to you today. So far, what we have is our core class, value $11,000, our 1 additional class, and our online membership, which brings our total value to $13,647. Again, I don't want to charge you that today. But I do have a couple of questions for you. So what if all this course did was help you make your dream a career? Would it be worth it? What if all this course did was give you the skills to land 2 to 3 design clients a month? Would that be worth it? Or what if all this course did was give you the confidence to work with clients and be successful? Would that be worth it? Typically the webinar bundle, which would be our core class and our additional class, we offer at $14.99. We already know I'm not going to do that today, but I am going to give you another bonus. This is one of my favorite things that I like to do as a designer. Again, when I say we're going to teach you how the skills you need to become a designer fast, time is money in interior design. A lot of times we're working on a contract that has a flat fee. So the more efficient we can be, the more money we're going to make, right? So this is one way that I help students and other people that we work with be successful in design. So I call it a room in a box. Every year, or every season I should say, we kind of identify the main flow of interior design at the moment. And we create a pre-designed room based on current designs to help you be decisive with your clients. So what that means is maybe you have a transitional room in a box that you've purchased or you've been given, because I'm giving it away to you today because I really want you to be successful. So if you're working on a transitional, what's going to be in that box is going to be the correct type of flooring, so you don't have to worry about that. The correct white that you need to use on the trim, the correct gray paint that needs to go on the wall, so that you're not trying 50 gray samples just to select the one that we already know is going to work for you. You'll have lighting suggestions, major furniture suggestions, and the resources for how to purchase all of those items. So all you have to do is focus on how to add the personal elements for your client and quickly turn spaces around. So our webinar bundle now is at our 6 core classes, plus 1 additional class, plus the 3-month membership, and 1 room in a box. And if we break all that down here with all of the values, we're at a total of $15,146. Today, I would love to share that with you at the price of $997. Again, my goal is to help people enter this career without a ton of debt and be successful quickly. So for $997, we're going to get what we're calling the webinar bundle. So core class, 1 additional class, your 3-month membership, and your pre-designed room in a box, just to get your feet moving in the right direction and get designs out the door. Some things that our successful designers know that we'll talk about in classes. So first of all, taste we have to learn how to check our personal style at the door. We're going to learn how it's about your client and not about your personal taste. And also how to help your client find their personal style. We're going to talk a lot about trends. We have to stay current on trends, honestly, so we can kind of avoid them. Trends are the first thing that are going to make a space seem dated and maybe even cliche. So we need to stay aware of them and make sure we're not using them, or we're not relying on them too much. We're going to learn our principles and elements. I can't stress to you enough how important principles and elements are. So we're going to learn them and we're going to use them always. And then the other thing we're really going to focus on in our 6 classes is communication. So we can have amazing ideas, but they only matter if the client understands them. So we are going to teach you how to successfully communicate both verbally and visually with your clients. Again, don't have to be a fine artist. We're going to teach you like sort of the cheat ways that you can have amazing renderings to share with your clients. This is some of the testimonials that we have from our students. Some of my favorite ones here, though, are removed the guesswork. Design is a systematic process, and that is what we want to teach you. We want to teach you how to approach every client and every space you work in systematically so you can be efficient with your time and the resources allotted to you by the client. One of the other things I love here is just that I feel confident in my skills. That is personally so important to me. I want to know that you are confident and comfortable, and I promise it sounds silly, but if there is something that you are learning and it is not clicking, I am an email, a text away. All you have to do is say, hey, I don't understand this. One thing I've learned as an educator outside of just an interior designer is that everybody learns in their own way. So if you are a visual learner or an oral learner or a kinetic, like you have to be able to touch learner, then I want to make sure I have covered all the learning styles in our courses. So making sure that everyone feels confident and comfortable is one of my highest priorities. So again, we're doing the webinar bundle. If this is something that appeals to you, if you want to be able to change other people's lives or change your own life by changing other people's environments, we want to teach you how to. So again, today, $9.97, you get your 6 core classes, 1 additional class, your 3-month membership, and your room in a box. Honestly, I guarantee that if you use all of those things that I'm providing to you today, you will have the skills you need to successfully work with clients. Something that I sometimes say is like this: it's all the skills you need and none you don't. Because again, we have pulled back, what we learn at a college institution and just focus exactly on that meaty junior year, if you will, of that 4-year degree where you actually learn interior design. And that's what we're going to give you. If you have questions, if you want to sign up, all you have to do is click the link. But if you have questions, I would love to talk with you. Please shoot me an email, shoot me a message. We are available. But thank you so much for spending part of your day with me today. I'm sorry I have a little bit of a cold, so I sound kind of like scruffy and I keep coughing, but I wanted to share with you what we've been working on. We're so excited to help students enter the field in this way without massive debt. So again, if we can help, please reach out. If you're excited and you want to learn and join us today, please click the link, follow along. We try and make it as easy and as painless as possible. But thank you again for joining us, and I will talk to you soon.